Hello, my name is Jim Bushman. I'm a fire captain with the Modesto Fire Department and a hazmat specialist. Today, I'd like to share some more information about our response vehicle that we acquired from Cal OES. So, in this presentation, I'd like to give you an overview as to the capabilities of the Cal OES Type 2 Hazardous Materials Response vehicle. Our objectives today will give you a history of OES, or Cal OES, California Operations and Emergency Services, the team typing program that they implement, program dynamics, team qualifications and training requirements, about the vehicle and associated equipment, and some context at the end, including my email address in case you have any additional questions. So back in 1951, the federal government and the state government were talking, and they got together and decided that no fire department can handle a large-scale disaster on their own. They couldn't handle a large forest fire, earthquake, or terrorism event or something along those lines. So they decided to purchase fire engines and push them out to fire departments that were willing to take them. These fire departments could use these vehicles in their districts as needed, and when called upon by the state, they would have to respond to the larger scale incidents, staff up the rig, and respond back to the larger scale incident. Today, OES has a total of 129 fire engines. In 2003, they began the team hazmat team typing program. There are three types of hazmat teams: Type 1, 2, and 3. Type 1 is the largest and carries the most equipment and has the most advanced training. Type 2 is right behind them, has most of all the same equipment as the Type 1, with the exception of the weapons of mass destruction equipment. And a Type 3 is a light duty with significantly less equipment on it. So there were presently 61 type teams in the state when they were examining everything in 2003. So in 2016, Cal OES realized that there were gaps with the hazardous materials response up and down the state. They decided to purchase 12 Type 2 hazardous materials response vehicles and push them out to fire departments in strategic locations within the state. They also paid for training for the personnel to staff those rigs. So each person that was going to be qualified to respond on that rig would need to have 160 hours of technician training, 80 hours of specialist training, and 16 hours of assistant safety officer training. And Cal OES is also in the process of securing funding for sustainability and continued education, just in case down the road they need to add more personnel to these or equipment gets old and it needs to be replaced. Program dynamics of today: all 12 vehicles have been pushed out to their respective fire stations. These include Modesto Fire, Contra Costa, Susanville, LA City, LA County, Fresno, Seaside Fire, Yuba City, South County Fire, Kern County Fire, San Bernardino County, and San Diego County Fire. This brings the total number of type teams in the state to 73. And in Modesto, in 2018, Modesto took delivery of Hazmat 41 from Cal OES. And yes, I know this picture says Hazmat 42. I pulled this one off the internet, and it just happened to be a better picture than what I had here at home. So here's a little schematic of the response vehicle from the HMA factory. And here's a quick video. That's just the rundown of the mechanical capabilities of the truck.
Big Tactical Response. This is one of 12 HME Cal OES Hazardous Material Response vehicles on its way to California. HME worked with the Governor's Office of Emergency Service to design, engineer, and equip this complex rescue to exact agency guidelines. Developed specifically for the mitigation of hazardous material incidents, such as railway and chemical spills, the walk-around style of this heavy rescue apparatus provides efficient access to gear and can adapt to special tactical needs and requirements. Light towers, communication and command systems are also included to create a more effective hazardous material vehicle. A corrosion-resistant stainless steel body with modular aircraft quality construction plus the proven dependability and performance of an HME custom chassis provide extended service and value. The HME Cal OES Hazardous Material Response Vehicle offers quality and durability from bumper to bumper with a corrosion-resistant stainless steel body, modular aircraft quality construction, and the proven dependability and performance of an HME custom chassis. We will have more on the HME Cal OES Hazardous Material Vehicle later. For HME TV, I'm Sue Ellen Vanderzee.
So a little bit more about the associated equipment. Now, I'm not going to take the time to go through every piece of pH paper and oxidizer paper and patch kit on this apparatus. There is a lot of stuff on this apparatus. So if you need additional details on it, one great place to go is to go to the California OES's website. They'll have a complete breakdown of everything. And Firescope has a great literature on the requirements of all the apparatus. But I will give you a few highlights over the next couple of slides. So right behind the driver and captain seat is a command center. This is an area where we formulate a plan on how we're going to handle the incident. Inside of here is computers, communication equipment. If you look across the top, there's actually 4 different mobile radios plus several different portable radios there in the rack. We have printers, copy machines, TV, air conditioning, very nice, and a lot of books and literature as to how to handle hazardous materials incidents. This apparatus is expected to be able to be self-sustained or self-supporting. So we have a couple generators down on the bottom. Those are there just in case either we need a quieter environment. Those generators are Honda's low volume or or a quieter piece of apparatus, so we can take those away from the apparatus, shut it down, and still be able to power the apparatus. Or we are running low on fuel and we want to keep everything going, but we want to shut down the rig. The generators will handle that. To the left of it, we have a magnetic patch kit that is there to those use strong magnets to hold on rubber gaskets on the side of tanks that may be leaking. Above there in the red bags are level A suits. To the right is, of course, an ice chest. And behind the ice chest is some overpack drums. Here we have our A, B, and C kits. We have trash bags. And we have something called a Midland kit. It came around a few years ago when it was discovered that the old C kits were not going to fit on today's modern rail cars or pressure cars. So they needed to develop a new kit. Along came the Midland kit. It will fit on any rail car. We have a drum repair kit and also general purpose leak control kit. Probably the best advancement we've had from our previous apparatus that we used to use is the instrumentation on the rig. The state has done a great job equipping the apparatus with the proper instruments to handle calls. So we have 4 gas monitors, PID, radiation detection equipment, benzene monitors, night vision goggles, thermal imaging equipment. We have something called a Hazmat ID Elite, which uses infrared technology to be able to tell you what kind of hazardous material you're dealing with in a given sample. And we have also a Raman, which uses a laser to be able to tell you what you may have. We have 6 Scott self-contained breathing apparatus. We have power equipment such as lighting or the extension cord there of 100 feet on a roll. We have, of course, a variety of decon equipment, tarps, blankets, catch-alls or carry-alls. On top of the rig, we carry some unique equipment just in case we got to go out of town and we're away from our supplies. So we actually have sleeping cots and sleeping bags just in case we're on the incident for a couple days. We have extra food, MREs. We also have firefighter rescue equipment just in case we have a hazmat entrant that goes down. Uh, that goes down in a hot zone. We have the proper equipment to go down there and effectively rescue that individual. There's a light tower just up in front there, and we also carry our weather station stand up there. So that's a short presentation on our response rig. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to send me an email. I'll get back to you just as quick as I can. Or if you have any other questions relating to hazardous materials, I will be glad to see if I can't answer the question. But if I can't, I can certainly push you on to somebody that can. Also, check out Cal OES's website. They are a great website with a lot of literature into the program. Thanks for watching.